He'll start 7th outside as West Shazy's Joe Warren, the 13. Clayburgh's Metalman is in the number 2, and shotgun on the field in the 11 from Fairfax, Vermont, Lance Raptoy, number 2 point man. Green flag is out. Another Saturday night of short track racing action takes the green flag as they're 3 wide in the middle of the pack, charging towards the front. That's where Josh Terry is in the number 43. Mark Karen running in the 2nd spot. Working on the outside in the 24 is Keith Pelkey. Right behind Karen is the 27 of Rob Favreau. The top point man in this qualifier is Lance Raptoy in that number 11 car. He's just 2 points out of the top position, sitting 2nd in the points. So he wants to get to a qualified spot so that he can pick up his handicap for the night. Rob Favreau had to get on the binders. He lost the back end. He goes sliding around in between 3 and 4. He will get the car righted, and that's our top 3 divisions on a regular basis. All right, ready to run again. Josh Terry in the 43, the 5 for Mark Karen. They'll set the pace. Here they come off turn number 4, down the front stretch, green flag. Cody Benoit's going to take it 3 wide into 1 and 2. That number 1 likes to run on top, and we see him make a bold move in the qualifier, working the 1 car, now coming down against Dave Raptoy's 21. Raptoy backed out of it. The 13 of Joe Warren works to the inside of the Raptoy 21, and Benoit is now threading the needle, trying to get to the 3rd spot. Cody Benoit running 3rd. Keith Pelkey in the 24, trying to slide through on the inside, take a position away from the 43 of Josh Terry. Benoit, who started on the top going into turn number 2, sliding right down to the inside of that 2nd turn as he tried to line himself up with the inside and try to get behind Keith Pelkey in the 24 as he's trying to read traffic and work his way through it. So he'll get to the inside now of Josh Terry, trying to take that 2nd spot. Joe Warren's running 4th. On the inside, a 3 wide battle for 5th. Lance Raptoy, his brother Dave is in the 21, and Mark Karen is in the number 5. So the brothers Raptoy and Mark Karen. Oh, look out, Mark Karen goes around, gets tagged by the 27 of Rob Favreau, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Rob Favreau punched him with a right front, continues to climb through the ranks. All right, here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag. Benoit's going to work the outside, trying to take the lead. From the top of the racetrack off turn number 2, he gets a good run, and he will take that lead away from Keith Pelkey. Pelkey in the 24 to the 2nd spot. 3rd is Joe Warren. Josh Terry is running in the 5th position. Dave Raptoy on the outside running 6th. And 2nd place point man Lance Raptoy is stuck in the 7th spot. He has not been able to make a lot of progress. Make that 6th for Lance Raptoy. So Benoit leads. Pelkey is 2nd. 3rd is Joe Warren. 4th is Dave Raptoy. 5th is Josh Terry. 6th is Lance Raptoy. 7th is Rob Favreau. And 8th is Middleman. 2 laps to go for Cody Benoit. Earlier in practice, Cody was practicing Bill Sawyer's number 39 Sportsman car. And he did the 50-yard dash across the pit area from the Sportsman car where Bill parks his 39 to his number 1 Renegade. Benoit leads by 4 car lengths. Keith Pelkey, the 24, runs 2nd. Joe Warren is 3rd. 4th is Dave Raptoy, trying to get that 3rd spot away from Joe. And 5th is Lance Raptoy. Here he comes off turn number 4. Cody Benoit starts his night off in good fashion. Checkered flag for Cody. Keith Pelkey 2nd, 3rd. It looked like Dave Raptoy at the stripe. Joe Warren 4th, 5th to Lance Raptoy with the 0 car. Keith from Morris. He had a pretty heavy collision last week with one of those big white tires on the inside of the turn. He had problems in practice this week. Green flag out, qualifier number 2 under green. So that shuffled the lineup. For example, Lonnie Rivers with that 7 car was scheduled to start 7th in this qualifier, but the inside line moved up a row. Don Brissett leads. Big Daddy Don Franklin is 2nd. Look at them racing 3 wide for the 4th spot. Bob Dragoon, the 36, falling back a couple of positions. He was on the extreme outside. It was an interesting last practice for Lonnie Rivers with the number 7. Lonnie came out to practice, and the team's notebook with all of their notes for tuning on that race car was still in the car. As they come off of turn number 4. And as he was running full speed in practice, little bumper tag over there in 1 and 2, the notebook went flying out of the car. And the notes went flying all the way down the front stretch. And you might have noticed a driver during the driver's meeting or just before at the top of turn number 1 picking up a lot of pieces of paper. Well, he wasn't doing community service. That was Lonnie Rivers picking up his notes over there in turn number 1. And hopefully they were able to get them back without too many tread marks on them. And Rivers is up to the 2nd spot with his car number 7. Don Franklin runs 3rd. Kevin Boutin looking to take that spot away on the inside, and he will at the stripe. Kevin Boutin goes to the 3rd spot.
The safety crew has about 5 or 6 pages of them that they're going to have on eBay tomorrow.
Well, I saw one person along the front stretch was able to grab a piece of his notes, and perhaps he could sell them back to Lonnie, especially if he had something important on them. Maybe he could have Rivers buy him a soda or something to get that important piece of the notebook back. Don Brissett in the 8 continues to lead. He's doing a great job out front. His lead is about 4 car lengths. Lonnie Rivers in the 2nd position. Kevin Boutin running 3rd. We're still trying to put that notebook back together for Rivers over in the pits. Perhaps he'll be a little slower tonight. 8 cars running in qualifier number 2. Bob Dragoon was also sent back to the pits with his 36. Don Brissett in the 8's done a great job to this point. He's got Lonnie Rivers at his door on the restart. The 8 and the 7 on the hammer coming off turn number 4. Green flag. Before that caution came out, Don Brissett had about a 4 to 5 car length advantage over Lonnie Rivers. Lonnie Rivers had taken the lead away off the top of the 2nd turn. Rivers is able to complete the pass going into turn 3 as he gets the car down to the inside in front of the 8. Robert Gordon looks to the outside as Kevin Boutin, the 25, runs right behind them. 2 laps to go in qualifier number 2. Kevin Boutin has room to the inside as Brissett drifts up the track in turn 2. That opens up room for the 25. Robert Gordon's going to slide his car down to the inside and try to follow Boutin through. At least he hopes he will, as the white flag is out for Lonnie Rivers. Point leader Lonnie Rivers. Kevin Boutin goes to the 2nd spot. Robert Gordon to 3rd. Chad Provost to the inside of the 8. He's going to take 4th. Don Brissett sliding back to the 5th spot. Dan Dubuque is 6th. Lonnie Rivers, 2-point lead coming into tonight. He's going to get the win in the 2nd qualifier. Checkered flag is out. Rivers wins. Boutin 2nd. Gordon 3rd. Provost 4th. Brissett 5th. Dubuque 6th. 7th. Restore 24 from Saranac Lake. It's a pistol Patrick Dupree and shotgun on the field. Driving the G-Stone Motors X1, it's Gardner Stone. That's the field. 10 strong. Green flag. Andy Haywood in the 80 leads the field off turn number 2. Here comes Matt Woodruff with a double nickel, taking the lead away as they race to turn 3. The 55 for Matt Woodruff is the leader. Pierre Berthiaume trying to work on the outside of George Foley. He goes to 3rd, now to the outside of the 80 of Haywood, trying to get to the 2nd spot. Patrick Dupree snookered right now with the Saranac Country Store 24. George Foley thought about 3 wide to the inside of Andy Haywood's number 80 machine. Berthiaume will take it right up against the wall off turn number 4. Foley coming back after him on the inside. Good racing for the 2nd spot. Haywood in the 80, the 34 of Foley, the 1 of Berthiaume. Foley now looking to the inside of Haywood as they go into turn number 3, wheel to wheel. Foley washes up the track, as does Haywood. Berthiaume in the 1, trying to fight down to the inside now and try to get that spot away from Haywood. Foley's gone to 2nd. Haywood runs 3rd. Berthiaume is 4th, but look out, here comes the 78 of Vince Quenneville. Quenneville trying to get to the inside, trying to take that 4th position away. Out front, it's all Matt Woodruff, but good racing in the middle of the pack. Berthiaume again had to get on the binders in 4. He'll lose the spot to the 78 of Vince Quenneville. The 1 of Berthiaume trying to come back after him, but right on his bumper is the 24, the pistol Patrick Dupree. Out front, it's all Matt Woodruff. Here he comes off turn number 4. He's halfway home and leading by 5 car lengths over George Foley. Foley's gone back to his old modified, and that modified is running strong. He's chasing him down. He's cut it from 5 to 2 car lengths into 3 and 4. Andy Haywood fading back in 3rd. 4th is still Quenneville in the 78. Berthiaume in a 1 continues to hold the 5th spot, feeling the heat from Patrick Dupree, who works on the outside trying to get to the top 5. Just behind them is Bryant Trim in the 28. Trim will look to the inside of Berthiaume. Berthiaume losing the spot to Dupree. He falls back to the 6th position with Dupree running at 5th. Here comes Trim through the inside. Berthiaume's car is not handling the way he would like it, and now he is falling to the back of the pack. George Foley looking for the lead on Matt Woodruff. Gets to the inside in turn number 3. Got on the binders, trying to set him up perhaps for a pass off the 4th turn. Woodruff will hold him off for now with 2 laps to go. Matt Woodruff in the lead. George Foley running 2nd. Foley looks to the outside along the backstretch. Woodruff works the inside line. Foley pulls up Now right behind him, looking outside, up against the wall with a white flag out. Can Matt Woodruff hold off George Foley in this first qualifier? Down the backstretch, Woodruff leads. Foley gets a good run off the top of 2. Look out, Andy Haywood has problems along the left front. That car's broken. Just missed the 46 of Michel Vienne. Here comes the race for the win off 4. Checkers and yellows are out. Matt Woodruff wins. George Foley second. Vince Quinville third. Fourth to the 24 of Patrick Dupree. Fifth to Brian Trim. Sixth to Michel Vienne. Seventh to Gardner Stone. Eighth to Greg Atkins, the CO2. Then it's the 5 for Jim McComb starting 8th, and shotgun on the field with a B3, Aaron Bartamy out of Shoulder, Vermont. 9 cars strong, green flag. The 26P, Mike Finney, leads off turn number 2. Then it's the 10 of Pat McGrail out of Candiac, Quebec. Mike Wells in his 76 runs 3rd. Todd Ormsby in the 26, and Leon Gagnon are racing for position as they duke it out for 4th. Running wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Right behind them, sitting in the 6th spot, Mike Riel in the 0-2. Mike Finney showing the way. 2nd in the 10, Pat McGrail. 3rd, Mike Wells. Leon Gagnon trying to run him down and contest that 3rd spot. 5th is Todd Ormsby. Mike Riel still 6th. 7th, Aaron Bartamy with a B3. It's a brand new car that Bartamy debuted last Saturday. Behind him, Craig Riel with the CO2, and Jim McComb is headed back to the pits with a 5. So the 26P, Mike Finney, leading by 4 car lengths over the 10 of Patrice McGrail. Then a big gap back to Mike Wells with a 76. 4th is Leon Gagnon with a 4, and Gagnon is sizing up the 76 down the backstretch into 3, but couldn't quite get there. Halfway this time for Mike Finney. Gagnon still peeking to the inside, but Mike Wells is able to hold him off by the time they get to the turn. Wells with a better run that time off the 2nd turn, and he holds on to a 2 to 3 car length advantage over Leon going into the 3rd and 4th turn. Mike Finney running strong out front. Patrice McGrail has not really been able to do much with him. He's been running 2 to 5 car lengths off the back bumper. Then a big gap back to Mike Wells, who sits 3rd. Leon Gagnon still running in that 4th spot. Running 5th is Todd Ormsby, who finished 2nd last week. Mike Riel in the 0-2 is running in the 6th spot. Mike is the 6th place point man in the standings. And Craig Riel, who is 17th in points and had a 3rd place finish last week, runs right behind his dad. Aaron Bartamy in the B3 now running in the 8th spot at the back of the pack. White flag. White flag is out this time for Mike Finney. Finney with a comfortable lead into the final set of turns. He works through 3. Here he comes off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Plattsburgh's Mike Finney wins it. 2nd will go to Pat McGrail. 3rd to Mike Wells. 4th to Leon Gagnon. 5th, Todd Ormsby. 6th to Mike Riel. Trailer sales 17 from Morrisonville's Jason Durgan. And shotgun on the field, the G-Stone Motors 1X for Middlebury, Vermont's Todd Stone. 9 cars running, green flag. The 40 of Dan Brown has the lead down the backstretch. Chris Kay in the 18 going with him on the outside. Running in the 3rd spot, Jason Bruno with a 623. Martinois will move to the inside. Of course, Martinois was working 3 wide off the top of turn number 2 last week, and he ended up in the Jersey barrier. Now Roy looks to the inside of Chris Kay. Here comes Max MVN really getting bounced around over in turn number 4. As he was smoking him, trying to hold position on the outside. That car jerked left, then right on him before he was able to wrestle it into turn number 4. Out front, Dan Brown with a 40. Martinois running 2nd. Jason Bruno is 3rd. And make that the Brandon Bandit Don Scarborough is 3rd. Chris K.A. runs 4th. 5th is Jason Durgan. 6th is Todd Stone. 7th is Max Vienne. 8th is Andy Powell. And 9th is Jason Bruno with the 623. Martinois with a number 90. We've often talked with Martin. He will not push the issue. in Qualifier. He's in a position where he would pick up handicap. He's running 2 car lengths off the back bumper of Brown. Let's see if he wants to go after him. Brown leads. Martinois is second. Don Scarborough running in the 3rd spot. Here comes Todd Stone after Jason Durgan. First appearance of the season for the G-Stone Motors team. They've been running regularly this season up at the Mohawk International Raceway Friday nights, as well as on the Dirt Car 358 series. And Todd trying to take 4th away from Durgan. That is the best battle on the racetrack, with Stone on the inside and Durgan working on the rim. 2 laps to go this time for Dan Brown. Sutton Quebec driver leading by 2 car lengths over Martinois with a Gamache Truck Center number 90. The 11 of Don Scarborough continues to hold on to 3rd. Todd Stone has made the pass effectively of Durgan. He's got that 4th spot solidly in hand as Martinois looks to the inside of 1 and 2. Dan Brown holds him off. Let's see if Martinois wants to go after it. White flag on the field. Martinois looks outside, now looks down to the inside. Is going to try to power through on the inside. Drag race for the win. It's going to be Dan Brown. Martinois loses by about 7 feet. 3rd to Don Scarborough. 4th to Todd Stone. 5th to Jason
Number 1 for the mini modifieds, lined up and ready to go. Slow pace set by Brousseau and Bordeaux. They bring it off turn 4. Green flag is out. Brousseau gets the jump in the bottom of the racetrack. He will lead him up the backstretch the first time. Here comes the brown turd to move right alongside. The minis are 3 wide into turn number 3. Archer a little bit too high in that 23. He's got to back off. He's still high coming off turn 4. Just narrowly misses that front stretch wall. Brousseau leads it. Chris Clark on the move now on the outside in the 77. He's going to take that number 2 spot. Chris LeVere in the 4 looks to split cars going into turn 3. And LeVere is going to move all the way up and take that 2nd spot away, moving right through the middle. LeVere now 2nd. Bordeaux on the outside, Brousseau on the inside. They battle for the number 3 spot. Justin Donor is 5th. Speedy Brissett is 6th. And here comes the captain. Rick Donor moves into the 7th spot in the 95, followed by Jamie LaFountain in the 20. Halfway qualifier number 1, Chris Clark is your leader. Chris LeVere tries to run him down in that 4 car. The 08 of Bordeaux runs in the 3rd spot. Justin Donor looks to the inside. He'll settle into that number 4 spot. 2 to go this time. Donor has gotten around the 26 and the 03 and moved into the 5th spot. He'll see if he can run down Justin in the 1 and the brown turd in the 08. He's got no chance at the leader. White flag for Chris Clark. LeVere runs about 5 or 6 car lengths behind. Then it's that battle for the number 3 spot between Justin Donor, the turd, and the captain. Checkered flag coming out this time by Chris Clark. Wins it in the 77. 2nd spot goes to Chris LeVere. 3rd spot to Justin Donor. The brown turd will finish 4th and Captain Thunder. Here they come down to the green flag. They're going to go 3 wide already. Josh Leclerc on the outside gets the jump, sticks his nose in front off turn 2. He will lead him up the backstretch. Jimmy Collins will follow him through and take that 2nd spot. As here comes Howard on the outside to challenge the 33. 3 wide, 4 wide now down the front stretch. Jimmy Varno sneaks through on the inside and takes that 3rd spot in the 11. Howard's got 4th. The Archer 21 car on the move, as is the LeVere 5. They're 3 wide once again off turn 4. Jimmy Collins in the 02 is your leader. Josh Leclerc right there in the 7 car, just a car length behind. Varno runs by himself in that number 3 spot. Then it's a battle between Archer and LeVere for the number 4 spot. They're halfway. Collins now with a 3-car length advantage as they head up the backstretch. There'll be 2 to go this time by. Top 3 cars run single file. It's still a battle between LeVere and Archer for that 4th spot. Allett runs 6th. Mark Fuster is 7th. 8th spot. Now on the outside goes to Parents 37. Jason Chris back to 9th. And Timmy LaFountain can see them all. White flag is out. Up the backstretch, the final time for Jimmy Collins in the 0-2. Leclerc tries to close the gap as they come into turn 3. It won't be enough. Off turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Jim Collins is your winner. 2nd spot to Josh Leclerc. Jimmy Varno 3rd. Brian Archer gets 4th. Bobby LeVere will round out the top 5 in car number 5.
In car number 50, that is Joe Roberts from Georgia, Vermont, and shotgun on the field in the 57, Howard Stoner from Altona. 10 cars, green flag. They race in a 1 and 2. Rick Frenier with a 77 trying to take the lead from the outside as they're 3 wide behind them, racing for 5th down the backstretch. Frenier with a 77 trying to take that lead. St. Clair on the inside running in the 2nd spot. Ben Huff trying to take that away from him on the outside as Rick Frenier will lead lap 1. Frenier runs a high line into 1 and 2. Getting that car down to the middle of the racetrack now, back to the top of turn 2, taking advantage of the progressive banking to get a little kick down the backstretch. He's got Ben Huff, though, working right off of his back bumper. Huff trying to seal himself down to the inside of the track, and now they'll drag race down the front stretch for the lead. Frenier had the lead at the stripe. Going into turn number 1, Huff tries to draw even. Off turn number 2, they're racing 3 wide for the 4th spot. There's a challenge for the lead. It's the 29 of Ben Huff working on the inside. That middle line is being occupied by Rick Frenier with a 77. Off turn number 4, down the front stretch to the stripe. It is Huff by a foot. Ben Huff for the number 29 on the inside line had the lead by 1 foot. The 77 of Rick Frenier fights back on the outside off turn number 2. That's where Frenier gets a good run. Huff's been getting a good run off the 4th turn, coming down the front stretch. Again, they're even into 4. Again, Huff gets a good run off 4. And this time, the lead is about 6 feet at the stripe. Bill Thwaites runs right off the back bumper of Huff as he sits in the 3rd spot, waiting for a bobble from one of the top 2 guys so he can take advantage. 4th is the 61 of Robin Wood. Jim Bushy runs in the 5th spot. Joe Roberts runs in the 6th position with car 50. Off of turn number 4, Bill Thwaites to the 69. I believe the 77 Rick Frenier might have had some contact. Robin Wood with a 61 trying to get to 3rd. He will. Now looking for 2nd as he makes a great move, threading the needle down the backstretch. He'll take the 2nd spot away from Rick Frenier and begin chase of the 29 of Ben Huff. Excellent move there by the Rent-A-Wreck 61 of Robin Wood. Ben Huff for the 29 leads by a car length and a half. The 61 of Robin Wood is right behind. Now looking to the outside is Wood for the lead. Huff drifts up the track. Wood had to get on the binders. The 69 is sideways in 3 and 4. He has to get on the binders to collect the car. Jimmy Bushy is sliding off turn number 4. He'll lose a spot to Joe Roberts. Ben Huff in the 29 trying to hang on to lead, but Robin Wood gets a good run off too. Robin Wood puts the nose out in front for the top spot. Into turn number 3, he'll keep that middle line. Huff trying to hang to the inside, can't do it. Robin Wood is the leader with 2 laps to go. Robin Wood leads, and he's pulling away from Ben Huff. Then a good gap back to the 77 of Rick Frenier. 4th is Bill Thwaites in the 69. 5th is Joe Roberts with a 50. 6th is the 11 for Jim Bushy. Dan Sullivan runs in the 7th spot with a 3. 8th, Howard Stoner. 9th, Casey St. Clair. And Chris Frenier is 10th. White flag out for Robin Wood. Well, once he got to the front, it has not been very dramatic, but the passes and the moves that he made on his way to the front were pretty impressive. Here he comes off turn number 4. It's a qualifier win for car 61 and Robin Wood. 2nd will go to Ben Huff. 3rd to Rick Frenier. 4th to Bill Thwaites. 5th to Joe Roberts. 6th to Jimmy Bushy. 7th to Dan Sullivan. 8th to Howard Stoner in row number 1. Bruno is on the hammer. Here he comes off of turn number 4. There's the green flag. Real good start for Travis Bruno. Mike Shagnon got left at the door. Off of turn number 2, Travis Bruno with a lead by 2 car lengths. Shagnon running in the second spot. Side by side for third. The 96 of Nick Lagoy and the 29 of Nick Haywood. Lagoy looks to the inside of Shagnon, who runs the middle line. Haywood looks to the outside of Shagnon. As he works off the top of the racetrack, Lagoy tries to work to the bottom, and they're 3 wide for second. Lagoy on the inside, Shagnon in the middle, trying to hold their line off turn number 4. They're still 3 wide, almost 4. Jamie Begor thought about a 4-wide move, and that probably wouldn't have bode too well for the drivers, so he backed out of it. Still 3 wide, almost a full lap around the track. The 29 right now has second. Shagnon's not giving up, though, on the inside. Neither's Lagoy. Make that Shagnon middle. Look out. They touch. They spin. Over into turn number 4. The 86 and the 29 got together. They spin. The 86 car is still running in this qualifier. Here they come off the 4th turn. Green flag. Of course, Mike Shagnon also had to go back to the garage area. He had damage along the nose piece of his car. Side by side for the lead. Hey, why not 3 wide again? 3 wide into turn 3 for the top spot. Sean Duquette's on the inside. The middle of the track is Travis Bruno. Outside is Nick Lagoy. They're leaning on each other all the way down the front stretch. And at the stripe, it looked like Lagoy had the lead by inches. They're still leaning on one another. Bruno and Lagoy into 2. Well, Lagoy's going to get shuffled back a couple of spots. Going for the lead is Duquette. He's got it on the inside. Travis Bruno trying to hang on to second now on the outside, but here comes Bucko Branham. There goes Lagoy sliding. Nick Lagoy slides off turn number 4, and that is going to bring out another yellow flag. Qualifier number 2 for the Sportsman. All right, here they come. Off turn 4, green flag. Good restart for Duquette on the inside. Bucko Branham works through the middle of the racetrack. Off of turn number 2. Duquette's lead is a car length. Make it 2 down the backstretch. Side by side racing for third. Travis Bruno, the 33. Tyler Terry, the 44. Halfway in the second qualifier for the Sportsman. Branham moves his car down to the inside of the track. Looked like a little bobble off of turn number 2. The lead is 2.5, almost 3 car lengths. Tyler Terry into that 3rd spot. 4th is Travis Bruno. Nick Haywood coming back for the 5th position, hanging on to the 5th position, should stay with the 29. Nick Lagoy trying to charge and chase him down. He is 6th. Jamie Atkins is 7th, and Kenny St. Germain is 8th. Here comes Tyler Terry looking to the inside of Bucko Branham's car for the 2nd position. Terry in the 44 has room on the inside, and they'll race down the front stretch for 2nd. Bucko Branham still had that spot at the stripe. Branham continues to work that middle line around the track. The deficit to Sean Duquette's 18 is up to about 7 car lengths. Tyler Terry continues to work down on the inside of the track. 2 laps to go now for Sean Duquette with the 18. Terry with the 44, still 3rd as Bucko Branham is able to hold him off another lap. Branham in the 20, working the middle and high line around the Speedway. Tyler Terry in the 44 continues to run 3rd, feeding off the bottom. And it's Travis Bruno in the 4th spot. A white flag out for Sean Duquette. A little closer that time at the stripe, as they're almost even for the 2nd spot off turn number 2. Bucko still has the nose out for that 2nd spot, though. Sean Duquette's going to get the win in this qualifier, but the battle for 2nd continues. Tyler Terry trying to get the run off turn number 4 to be a drag race for 2nd. Duquette wins it. The race for 2nd almost dead even at the stripe.
So it's Whitney on the inside, Collins on the outside. Laporte and Cheez-It make up row 2. Here they come. Green flag is out. It's a good jump on the outside for Chad Collins in the 22. The old man won one earlier. Can the son win the qualifier now? Looking awful good after half a lap. Mr. Cheez-It is 2nd, charging up on the outside. Here comes Josh Laporte moving up on the inside. 3 wide action for the Bombers as they come off turn 4. Collins leads lap number 1. It's Laporte on the inside and Mr. Cheez-It on the outside. Look out, there goes the call 6. Sliding into the bunker. He's got that car fired. Will stay green. Up front, Collins maintains that lead of about 2 car lengths on what now is a 5-car battle for the number 2 spot. Laporte in the 45, Whalen in the 11, Cheesin in the 36, Durvage in the 88, Joyle in the 57. Here comes Laporte on the inside, right alongside that 22 as they come off turn 4. Bombers will be halfway this time by. Dead even at the stripe. Josh Laporte on the inside, Chad Collins on the outside, trying to battle right back. Mike Whalen looking for a way through on the bottom of the racetrack. That door's opened up now. There's room on the inside for the 11 if he wants to try to force his way through. 2 to go. Laporte is your leader. Collins and Whalen battle for the number 2 spot. Joyle has moved into 4th. Durvage is 5th, and the Cheez-It runs 6th. White flag is out. Right now, any one of those top 6 could win it. Laporte in the 45, Whalen in the 11. Joyle now to 3rd as Collins kicks it up in the bunker. Off turn 4, final time. Whalen now swings to the outside. Down the stretch to the checkered. Laporte is your winner. Whalen finishes 2nd in the 11. Joyle gets the 3rd spot with the 57. Josh Durvage 4th. And Mr. Cheez-It rounds out the top 5 in the 36. It's a slow pace once again for the Bombers as they come off turn 4. Now they pick it up a bit as we're under green. The hood pops up right on the go for Brissett's 14 car. He's going to have to go back to the garage area. Look out! There's the 44 sideways, slams into the side of Bordeaux. But everybody remains running. Up front, the superstar, Cody Myers is your leader. Curtis LaGrave in 2nd. Timmy Gadway 3rd. He's challenged by Scott Richner in the 21. It was just a few weeks ago that Richner picked up his first career victory in the Bomber Division. LaGrave moves to within a half a car length of the 75, and they'll look to the inside as they go into turn 1. Curtis LaGrave sticks his nose in front up the backstretch. Myers trying to come back on the outside. Richner has moved into 3rd, dropping Gadway back to 4th. April Bordeaux runs 5th. Rob Sine is 6th. Joe Jeanette 7th. And Brandon Nolan is 8th. Now it's LaGrave on the outside, and the 75 was on the bottom. They flip-flop. And LaGrave opens up a couple of car lengths. Myers will try to come back. Richner will look to close in on the top 2. 2 to go this time by for the final qualifier for the Bombers. Curtis LaGrave has been maintaining that 3 or 4 car length advantage on the superstar. Richner has cut the gap to about 8 car lengths, but he is running out of time. White flag on the Speedway for Curtis LaGrave in the 72. He led the points in this division for the early part of the season, has struggled the past couple of weeks, but he's got his act together tonight. The winner, qualifier number 2, Curtis LaGrave in the 72. The superstar is 2nd. Scott Richner gets the 3rd spot. 4th spot goes to the 63 of Timmy Gadway. And April Bordeaux will round out the top 5 in the 23.
25 laps to distance. Don Brissett in the 8 will set the pace with Joe Warren at his door in row number 1. Here they come down the front stretch. Renegades take the green. Don Brissett will lead them off turn number 2. Rob Favreau on the inside going for 2nd. 3rd is Joe Warren. Right there as well as Kevin Booten. 3 cars contesting that 2nd spot. No doubt about the leader. It's going to be Don Brissett. As they race out of the sunlight, down the front stretch, into 1 and 2. The 21 of Dave Raptoy fighting for the 5th position with Keith Pelkey. Robert Gordon right behind them. And Josh Terry in the 6 of Chad Provost running side by side. We have a car spinning near the back of the pack. That is Dan Dubuque with a 61. Let's see if he can get it rolling. It is rolling, but the yellow call right in front of one another. 10th, Lonnie Rivers, and 11th, Lance Raptoy. All right, here they come again. 2 laps complete. 23 remain. Green flag. Don Brissett leading off 2. Kevin Booten trying to go with him with the 25. Rob Favreau fighting on the outside with a 27. Favreau hanging on to the 2nd spot. Here they come off the 4th turn. Don Brissett's the leader. Kevin Booten has 2nd on the inside. Favreau running in 3rd. Booten looking for the lead off 2. 3 wide now, racing for the 4th spot. The 24, the 13, the 21, all racing for the 4th position. Meanwhile, it's side by side racing for the lead. Here he comes through on the inside. Kevin Booten is the leader. Don Brissett to 2nd. Rob Favreau running 3rd. 4th on the inside is the 24 of Pelkey, although he had to get on the binders off turn number 2. Oh, they're mixing it all up down the backstretch. The 13 of Joe Warren had to get on the binders. He was sideways off 2. Chad Provost moves through on the inside. There's the point battle between the 11 and the 7. They're racing side by side along the front stretch. Warren fighting an ill-handling race car, it looks like, with a 13. The inside line trying to move. Chad Provost is up to the 7th spot. Lance Raptoy trying to grab 8th. Right with him, though, is Lonnie Rivers at his door. They're separated by just 2 points atop the point standings. The 11 and the 7 running side by side around the track. Raptoy in the 11 gets a spot on Rivers. Right now, as they run, it would be tied atop the points, but the 1 of Cody Benoit trying to take the position away from the 7. Oh, they touch! They hammered each other coming off turn number 2. Looks like the right front tire is down on Cody Benoit's number 1 car. He's off the pace. We got a yellow. Ready to bring him off of turn number 4. Back racing to the green flag. All right, they're on it. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag. Booten on the inside. Brissett fighting with him on the outside. Here comes Dave Raptoy in the 21. Raptoy to the inside will grab 2nd. Robert Gordon, the H2O, trying to get to 3rd, perhaps, with Brissett hung on the outside. Here comes Gordon with the H2O to 3rd. Brissett goes back to 4th. Pelkey runs 5th. 6th is car 6 and Chad Provost. 7th, the 27 on the outside of Rob Favreau. 8th on the inside, the 11 of Lance Raptoy. The 9th spot is Joe Warren, the 13. Josh Terry rounds out the top 10. Kevin Booten's lead is 3 car lengths. Cody Benoit and Lonnie Rivers both trying to make progress from the back of the pack. One driver that's doing a heck of a job is the 0 for Keith O'Neill. He is up to the 9th position, and we were told that he may not have any power steering for this feature event. If that's the case, he is up on the wheel and doing a great job because he is into the 9th spot after starting dead last. 21st to 9th in about 9 laps. Kevin Booten's lead is growing. It's 5 car lengths off turn 4. Dave Raptoy 2nd for now because the H2O of Robert Gordon is lurking. Gordon running well down on the inside of the track. Can't quite get the bite, though, off of turn 2 and get on the power. Dave Raptoy, the 21, hanging on to that 2nd spot. Here comes Gordon after him again in turn 4. Along the front stretch, battle for 2nd between Robert Gordon and Dave Raptoy off turn 2. Keith Pelkey has a good view of that fight. He's sitting 4th. 5th is Chad Provost. 6th is Lance Raptoy. 7th is Rob Favreau. 8th is now Keith O'Neill. 9th is Don Brissett. 10th is Don Franklin. 11th is Cody Benoit. 12th is the 43 of Josh Terry. 13th is Joe Warren in the 13. 14th is Roger LaBounty. And the 2-time defending track champion point leader coming in tonight, Lonnie Rivers, is all the way back in 15th, and he's not making a lot of progress towards the front. Robert Gordon still trying to take that second spot away from Dave Raptoy. These two drivers have been running side by side for the better part of the last 4 laps. I'm not sure they've made any contact with one another for that second spot. Good side-by-side racing. Gordon has the nose in for that second spot. Dave Raptoy sliding back to third. Dave is the 8th place point man in the 21. Robert Gordon is the 4th place point man with the H2O. Now Keith Pelkey is trying to get to the inside as well. Pelkey is trying to get to the show spot, with Dave Raptoy fighting him off at this point. Rounding out the top 5 is Chad Provost with car 6. In the 6th spot is the 11 of Lance Raptoy. 7th is Keith O'Neill. 8th is Cody Benoit. 9th is Rob Favreau. And 10th is Don Brissett. Kevin Booten is coming up on the back of the pack as lap 17 goes up on the board. Less than 8 laps remaining now. Inside of 8 laps for Kevin Booten. Robert Gordon with the H2O has cleared his fight with Dave Raptoy for second. Raptoy is running third. Keith Pelkey is 4th. He's fallen several car lengths behind Raptoy for position. Booten has gone around the 3 of Dave Drake. And a yellow flag is out. And Lance Raptoy running in the 6th spot. Booten and Raptoy would be tied for the top spot. All right, here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. You can bet Robert Gordon will give him all he wants, though, with that H2O. Gordon gets that car to life, it seems. Once you hit the halfway point of the season, I think back to last year, and he was arguably the fastest driver at the end of the season in this division. And he is right on the back bumper of Kevin Booten off of turn number 4. Battle for third. Dave Raptoy's on the inside now. The 24 of Keith Pelkey working the rim on the outside. He will take third. Dave Raptoy in the 21 going back to 4. Though they're 3 wide. 3 wide racing for the 5th spot. Keith O'Neill in the 0. How about this drive? Dead last. Trying to get 5th. 3 good cars duking it out for this 5th spot. The 0, the 6, and the 11. O'Neill on the inside. They're still 3 wide around the track. O'Neill on the inside. Provost in the middle. Raptoy on the outside. 3 wide racing around the Speedway for 5th, now for 2 laps. And that time at the stripe, it looked like the 6 of Provost had the 5th position. Now O'Neill fading back a little bit as they're dead even for 5th, running side by side now, the 6 and the 11. Here's the battle out front, the 25 of Kevin Booten working a higher line. Holding his line and holding off the H2O of Robert Gordon. 22 laps are complete. Booten's lead is a car length. He prefers the middle line around the racetrack. Gordon working well down on the inside with 2 laps to go. Yellow flag is out. A gaggle of cars ready to go again with 22 laps down. 3 laps remain. This should be good. Here they come. Off turn 4. Along the front stretch, green flag. The 25 of Booten leads going into 3 and 4. Robert Gordon now on the outside, though. Booten has wanted to work that middle lane. 2 laps to go this time. 2 to go. At the stripe, it was the 25 by about a foot. The H2O's got momentum on the outside. Booten drives them right up the racetrack. Off of 2, down the backstretch. The H2O has the nose out in front for the lead. The 25 of Booten trying to come back after him on the inside. They race off turn number 4 down to the white flag. Down the front stretch. Booten's got the lead by a foot. This is going to be close. Off of turn number 2. Here comes Gordon back after him even in the middle of the backstretch. Final lap. Booten on the inside, Gordon on the outside. Gordon's got the lead into turn number 4. Here they come. Drag race for the win. Down the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. Almost dead even. Close at the stripe.
with a second place tonight. And the 24 of Keith Pelkey makes a return trip to victory lane. He will finish third. We'll go downstairs. Rob Knowles, take it away.
All right, Rick. Kevin Booten gets his first win of the season, and he wins by about a foot. We'll bring Kevin around. Kevin, it looked like before that final restart where you ended up down on the inside of the racetrack, it looked like you preferred, come on over this way so Gene can see you. It looked like you preferred a middle line around the track. That looked like a fast line for you.
Yeah, something was on the bottom of 1 and 2, and there was some dirt coming into 3 and 4, so it just seemed to work a lot better if I could just stay up a little bit. It was real greasy on the bottom, so I didn't like to see the cautions, but I couldn't ask for better guys to race with. Rob's a great racer. I couldn't ask for a better guy to race around, so I appreciate him racing me real clean. That was a lot of fun.
It also looked like your car was hooked up better coming off of turn 4 down on the inside. 2 is where Rob was getting a good run down the backstretch, but 4 you were coming right back with him.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. That's exactly what was happening. But it was a lot of fun. I got to thank my crew. I couldn't do it without them. They're the reason I'm still here. They put a lot of time into the car, and I can't thank them enough. It's been a long season, and we really needed this win, so I'm happy.
Kev, you've been lurking near the top of the points, never quite in first or second, third coming into tonight, 16 points out. But I think with your finish tonight, Lonnie had some trouble, Lance had some trouble. You're going to be right near the top, if not at the top.
Yeah, we've been working towards a championship all year, but we're not the type of race team that's going to force our way into it. We're going to let it come to us and make sure it's right when it happens. So that's what we're looking for, definitely is a championship, but we'll see what happens. We've got a lot of racing left.
Well, congratulations on getting the first win of the season. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, that's Kevin Booten, everybody. Oh, look at this. Another die-cast car. Would you believe going to Keysville?
No, I wouldn't believe it. This is rigged.
Rick Hart, who used to race the Blue Deuce.
Plus, he likes the Yankees. Don't give it to him.
Well, sorry about that, but maybe now he can race his die-cast car. He doesn't have the Blue Deuce to race anymore. And let's see. Another die-cast car going to Robert, is it
Goucher?
Or Gaucher? In Francais, Gaucher.
Oui, monsieur.
He is from Plattsburgh, so he's won a die-cast car. And, well, we did that one. That was the all-in-one printer that was won by Helen Drake from Plattsburgh.
Are you done?
That's it. That's all. That's the list. Head on down to the customer service booth if you're one of those lucky winners.
I have my own list, Rob.
Good. Why don't you tell us?
That is a list of the gentlemen and ladies that are out on the racetrack with their classic cruisers.
What?
That's
a classic station wagon?
Wow. Maybe they're going to have a demolition derby after. This guy's practicing for the burnout contest.
It hasn't started yet.
Disqualify him. Where's the black flag? Hopefully he has another set of tires to use in the burnout contest. All right. Here are the people that are out there. Bob Baxter is out there with his 70 Challenger. Bill Carr with his 05 Mustang convertible. Marty Brothers with his 1970 Challenger. Richard LaValle with his 65 Falcon convertible. Aaron Gatto with his 69 Javelin. Rob Wood with a 72 Monte Carlo. Mark Dutton with a 70 El Camino. Richard Ray with a 69 Buick Skylark. Better make sure Rick Donor doesn't try and steal that after. Christian Dutton with a 69 Impala. Terry Gatto with a 66 Charger. Francis McNeil with a 72 Nova SS. The 47 Chevy Coupe, Joe Gagne. Alan Terry has a 67 Plymouth Barracuda. Tom Hennigan, a 1931 Ford pickup. Wes Mooney has the race car out there. It's a 40 Studebaker. Chad Robart, the 66 Mustang. Patrick Booten, the 67 Camaro. Orville Fredette, a 57 Skyliner. John Devens with an 88 IROC. Steve Rasco with a 70 Roadrunner. Pete Haywood with an 88 Monte Carlo. Joe Ferenzi with a 69 Mustang. Jerry Seymour with a 72 Olds 442.
Oh, he's still going up into turn number 1. And finally, he's had enough.
Rob, our 50-50 raffle is over.
Rick, next up is Rob Wood.
This is Rob Wood with a 72 Monte Carlo.
Different technique. He's using the straight line over into turn number 1.
And it's only coming out the right side.
As opposed to the donuts.
Nova.
I got a feeling this could be pretty good. He was lighting him up a lot earlier. Oops.
Is it an automatic DQ if you hit the infield?
Well, I don't know if it's an automatic DQ, but you better get going again or else he's going to lose our interest.
It's going to be a long ride back to Ellenberg for Francis
Oh,
McNeil.
no, he's not done.
He's not done yet? There are billboards out there, Rob. This could be dangerous. Why that old piece of junk was out there. It wasn't a classic. It's
That's
out
no
there for the
classic.
burnout contest. Chris Frenier. He's pretty good at these. Matter of fact, he's very good at these.
Now, in years past, has he had a truck?
Yeah. There's no truth to the rumor that this station wagon will be in the Malone Demolition Derby on Monday. Wait a minute, he's not done yet.
Up next is Brian Bluto. We've narrowed it down to 2. First, let's get the applause for John Devens. And now let's hear it for Francis McNeil. Francis McNeil is the winner. Rick and Rob, up next, we are supposed to have someone on the track going around. Current drifter out on the track is Bob Patinka.
He's the only one on the track.
I see Dave Brown out on the track.
He's not drifting.
I'm telling you, Fuller's getting his car ready for this.
3 from Hannibal, Andy Powell. The 1, Quebec for Pierre Bertillon. The 623, that is for Jason Bruno. The 5 for Jim McComb. Shotgun, the 80, Andy Haywood. Green flag! Mike Finney and the 55 of Matt Woodruff show the way. Here comes George Foley. Foley looking for third. Held at bay by the 76 of Mike Wells. Off turn 4, lap number 1 in the books, it's Mike Finney's. Mike Finney's got the lead with a 26P. Running second is Matt Woodruff with a double nickel. The 76 of Wells bobbled off 2. Here comes Foley with a 34. Foley looks to the outside. Working the high line around the racetrack. Grabbing third on the outside. Here comes George Foley. 4th is Wells. 5th is McGrail. 6th is Dan Brown. 7th, Leon Gagnon. 8th spot, Martin Roy. Gagnon going after Dan Brown. Martin Roy is in tow. He's trying to run with him. Right behind Martin Roy, there's a gaggle of cars fighting for position. Todd Orsby, Vince Quinville, Don Scarborough, they're all duking it out. Patrick Dupree is also held at bay right now. He's outside Todd Stone down the backstretch. Flying around Brian Trim with a 28. Out front, it's Mike Finney leading. It's a big lead over the 55 of Matt Woodruff. Running in that third spot is George Foley with a 34. Foley trying to size up Woodruff and make a move. Running fourth, Mike Wells. Into the top 5, Martin Roy with a Gamache truck center number 90. He moves to the inside of the 17, I believe. No, the 10 of Pat McGrail. McGrail will lose a spot. Right behind him it is Dan Brown. There goes the 90 for another position. Martin Roy looking to the inside of Mike Wells. Not yet. Again, Martin Roy will get good bite off turn number 4. He should be able to power past along the front stretch. He will. He goes to 4th. Battle for second, running wheel to wheel with George Foley and Matt Woodruff. Foley along the inside. Woodruff along the outside. Foley has the second spot, moving through the inside with Matt Woodruff going back to third. Chasing them down quickly is Martin Roy. Martin Roy just turned the fastest lap of the race, 16.554 seconds. The fastest lap of the race turned by Martin Roy, lap number 6 at 16.554. Mike Finney out front. His lead is 8 car lengths. Martin Roy underneath Matt Woodruff for third. George Foley just turned the fastest lap, a 16.438. Foley turning the fastest lap of the race. Foley chasing down Mike Finney. Martin Roy has moved to third. The only driver that lap in the 16.4 bracket was George Foley. The leader, Mike Finney, 16.7 last time. This time around, same time for Finney, but it's Martin Roy setting the fast lap of the race at a 16.412. Martin Roy goes to third. 4th is Matt Woodruff. 5th is Pat McGrail. 6th is Mike Wells. 7th, Dan Brown. Patrick Dupree trying to put Brown back a spot. Right behind Dupree is Leon Gagnon. Then it's Vince Quinville, Todd Orsby, the Brandon Bandit, Don Scarborough, Brian Trim, Todd Stone, Michel Vien, the 02 for Mike Riel, and Craig Riel in the CO2. Foley is chasing down Finney as we approach the halfway mark. This time by lap 13, going up on the scoreboard. Foley is 1 car length behind the 26P of Mike Finney. Martin Roy runs a car length and a half off the back of Foley's 34. Patrick Dupree is starting to move. He looks around the 76 of Mike Wells, looking inside, now running in line behind him. Top 3 cars running nose to tail. Foley looks outside. He's got Martin Roy to the inside. George Foley trying to plot strategy. This time by, it'll be halfway. All under green to this point. Mike Finney has led every lap, halfway for Finney. George Foley is sizing him up on the outside. Martin Roy continues to run down low. Foley looks outside down the backstretch. Off turn number 2, diving back down to the inside. Gets into Finney. Finney gets on the binders, straightens out the boat, and everybody's all right. George Foley got a piece of the left rear quarter panel of Finney over in turn 4. Everybody checked up in the top 3, and they were able to sort themselves out. Finney leading by a half car length. His lap time is just over 17 seconds. Foley running in line behind him. That time it was a 16.8 for Finney. A 16.80 for Foley. Here comes Roy to the inside. Foley stays door to door, wheel to wheel rather with him. As they race off turn number 4 for the second spot, Mike Finney pulls away. George Foley still has that second position. Foley and Martin Roy give second to Martin Roy. He'll go after the 26P of Mike Finney. Mike Finney has led all 18 laps, but Martin Roy is right behind him. Martin Roy goes to the outside. Durgan's off the pace. He's headed back to the garage. Martin Roy is going to the lead. Martin Roy takes the lead off 2. Mike Finney back to second. George Foley is running third. Finney slowing a little bit off turn number 4. Foley can't find his way around the 26P. But checking out is Martin Roy. His lead is 4. His lead is 5. His lead is 6 car lengths as he pulls away down the backstretch. Second, Finney. Third, Foley. Fourth, Pat McGrail. Fifth, Pat Dupree. Sixth, Matt Woodruff. Seventh, Mike Wells. Eighth, Dan Brown. Ninth, Leon Gagnon. 10th, on the inside, it's the Brandon Bandit Don Scarborough. 11th is Vince Quinville. 12th is Todd Stone. 13th is Todd Ormsby. 14th, Brian Trim. 15th is Michel Vienne. 16th is Mike Riel. 17th, Craig Riel. 18th, Greg Atkins. 19th is Chris Kaye, who just went off the backstretch. 20th is Gardner Stone. 21st, look out, Andy Haywood is spun in 3. Andy Haywood spins with the leaders right behind him, and that's going to bring out tonight. We'll be drawing the winning number shortly. 9:56 to the winner tonight. All right, ready to go. Here they come. Green flag. Martin Roy with an excellent restart. Big lead built up already over George Foley. Checking out. Fastest lap of the race for Martin Roy, a 16.296. 16.29, the fastest lap of the race just turned by Martin Roy. Checking out on George Foley. Finney running third, right on his back bumper. The 10 and the 24. 3 cars battling for third. Pat McGrail trying to go around the outside. Pat McGrail looking around the 26P of Mike Finney. Here he comes off 4. He's got third. Patrick Dupree's going to try to go around the same way. Dupree will go to the outside of Finney. He's to 4th. Finney sliding back to the 5th spot. But still been a heck of a run for Mike Finney with that 26P as he is in the top 5. Leon Gagnon 6th. Matt Woodruff 7th. Don Scarborough is 8th. Vince Quinville is 9th. Rounding out the top 10 now, Mike Wells with a 76. Good racing between Woodruff, Scarborough, and Quinville. 2 Brandon Vermont drivers in the 11 and the 78. Racing wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Right behind a 55 of Matt Woodruff. Scarborough looking to the inside off turn number 4. Racing for position up into number 1. That's the best battle of the track. 3 cars fighting for that spot. And that spot is 7th. Right now, Woodruff has the 7th position. Quinville was 8th at the stripe, and 9th was Scarborough with the 11th. Quinville tries to take advantage of the banking on the outside as the white flag is out for the 90 of Martin Roy. Roy off 2, down the backstretch, has a huge lead. Slower cars, and there's a spin over at turn 4. 4 cars have spun around. Martin Roy going to have to tiptoe through. Here he comes, off turn number 4. Yellow flag. Martin Roy on the button. Here they come. Off 4. Green flag. Pulling away down the backstretch. Martin Roy one final time around. Here he comes with win number 4. It's Martin Roy. 2nd, George Foley. 3rd, Pat McGrail. 4th, Pat Dupree. 5th, Mike Finney. 6th, Leon Gagnon. 7th, to Vince Quinville. 8th, Don Scarborough. 9th, to Matt Woodruff. 10th, Todd Stone. 11th, Mike Wells.
In just a moment, we'll be going trackside. Rob will be doing some victory lane interviews. And the winner, getting ready for a shuffle. Let's go downstairs to Rob.
Martin Shuffle's on tap. 4-time this year. Martin's up on top. Give a nice round of applause, everybody. Defending track champion gets his 4th victory of 2010. An excellent recovery for this team. Last week, of course, their night ended over in the Jersey barriers off of turn number 2. They come back this week. And Martin was in the top 3 halfway through the feature event. Was able to win a battle with George Foley for 2nd, and then worked his way around, at the time, the 26P of Mike Finney to take the lead, and there was no looking back from there. Okay, here comes Martin. All right, Felicitacion, win number 4 for you this season, and you were in a good position halfway through the race, sitting 3rd. You had a good battle with George Foley for 2nd. Tell me about the race with George for the 2nd spot.
Yes, George is a very good competitor, and fight with George and number 26, I know. But I'm very happy. Very good race for me after the wreck my car last week. I'm going at the United States at Albany for build a new front frame, and I'm come back tonight for win.
Well, your car certainly was fast. You worked your way to that 2nd spot after getting past George Foley, and then you went back to the area you're very comfortable with outside on the top of the racetrack to take the pass for the win.
Yes, my car is very good on the outside groove, a 2nd groove and a 3rd groove, but I'm going outside the George and go to win.
How much damage last week to the car, Martin, when you hit the Jersey barriers off turn 2?
The damage is on my front clips to the car cut the car at the radiator and put a new front.
So they had to do a lot of work on this race car this week to get you back here tonight.
Yes, my team is making a very good work to race this night, and I'm there for the 100 lapper and Thursday night.
Well, we will look forward to seeing you Wednesday night in the 100 lap feature event, and we wish you best of luck then, and congratulations again on your win tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Martin Roy, everybody. Martin gets win number 4.
Here they come off turn 4. Green flag is out. Main event for the mini modifieds underway. And it's a good even start. Look out, Clark's trying to go 3 wide. He slams into the 7 of Josh Leclerc. And Josh does a nice job holding on to the car. 3 wide action into turn number 3. Off the 4th turn. We got a spin. Fuster's in it. Brousseau's in it. Look like the only 2 cars that made contact. Ready for a start. Take 2. Bordeaux on the inside. Leclerc on the outside. Good even start once again. Bordeaux on the inside, Leclerc on the outside. Collins and Clark run together for the number 3 spot. Look out, we got a car off in the backstretch, heavy into the Jersey barrier. Caution flag is out. Bordeaux and Leclerc once again set a slow pace as they come off turn 4. Now they see the green and it's time to go. Good start on the outside for Josh Leclerc in the 7. He's going to have the lead as they come off turn 2. Leclerc has a half a car length advantage. He will pull to the bottom of the racetrack and have the lead as they head into turn 3. 3 wide action behind him. Collins on the inside. Bordeaux in the middle. Clark on the far outside. Look at this move by Collins. He's got 2nd. Lavere is 3rd. Clark right alongside in the 4th spot in the 77. Speedy is 5th. Bordeaux is 6th on the outside. 3 wide for the lead now as they come off turn 2. Collins on the inside. Clark in the middle. Leclerc on the far outside. Chris LeVere right there looking for a way through in the bottom. Speedy runs 5th. The Turd is 6th. Justin Donor 7th. Jimmy Varna was 8th. The captain runs in the 9th spot in the 95. Jamie LaFountain rounds out the top 10 in the 20. They're going to complete lap 5 this time by, and Jimmy Collins has got the lead. Collins leads the way. Clark right alongside up the backstretch. The 4 car is on the move. LeVere is taking 3rd. He's brought Speedy along with him. He's 4th on the inside. Justin Donor now 5th. Rick Donor now 6th. They continue to run together up front. Collins and Clark with nothing separating the two. The mini modifieds will be halfway next time by. The side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot as well as the 5th spot. Clark on the outside has had the line at the stripe each time. But Collins has been able to keep the car on the bottom and force Chris Clark to get it done on the far outside. 3 wide action now into the corner. Here comes Donor in the middle with a 95. What about that move to get 3rd? He was 6th when they started that lap. Chris Clark, Jimmy Collins, and Rick Donor run 1, 2, 3. Now Donor's got 2nd. And he quickly looks to the inside of Clark. LeVere 4th in the 4 with Speedy back to 5th. Caution flag is out. We got a car off the top of turn 3 by the WOKO billboard. And then we are ready to determine a winner. Clark and Donor come down to the green. Good even start. Clark had the line by just a nose. Donor sticking right with him on the outside. Up the backstretch. The 95 sticks his nose in front. Clark right there on the bottom of the racetrack. They run side by side off turn 4. 5 to go this time. Donor's got the lead. Clark is back to 2nd. Collins, 3rd in the 0-2. Donor challenges him on the inside. We got the 44 spun in turn 2. The car does not want to fire. That means another caution. Josh Leclerc runs 9th. The Archer 21 rounds out the top 10. Five to go after the restart. Donor leads them up the backstretch. Clark right there on the outside looking to take his shot. Clark sticks a nose in front. Donor comes right back on the inside. Side by side into 3 and now into 4. On the inside, Donor leads it by half a car length. Clark is not giving up the battle on the outside. He's sticking right with a 95. Collins has dropped a couple of car lengths back in the 0-2. He'll hold on to that 3rd spot, but he'll be challenged on the outside by Speedy and on the inside by Justin Donor in the 1. Donor leads the way. Clark is dropped in to settle into that number 2 spot. 3 wide up the backstretch now as Donor looks to the inside, but he has to back off just a bit going into the corner. As the popsicle sticks are out for Rick Donor. 2 laps away from win number 6. Clark has fallen about 3 or 4 car lengths behind in the 77. But that battle still rages on amongst 4 cars for the number 3 spot. White flag is out for the captain. Speedy sticks a nose in front of the outside, but Collins comes right back. They battle for 3rd. The 0-2 may be off the pace. Contact with the 1. Both cars head to the infield. Speedy's going to finish third. Your winner is Rick Donor. Second to Chris Clark. Speedy finishes third. Fourth to Chris LeVere. And Jamie LaFountain finishes fifth in the 20. It almost looked as though he will extend his points lead. He picks up his 6th win of the season. A nice run tonight from Speedy Brissett. He brings the 0-3 to victory lane. He finishes third. Getting ready to hop out of that car. How about a nice round of applause for Speedy? And in just a moment, Chris Clark will be hopping out of the 77.
Who is unbuckling. And he's climbing out. Give a nice round of applause, everybody. Rick Donor gets win number 6. Yeah, careful, Rick. You're a little heavier than Martin. All right, now look, before we even talk about the race, take me back last week. Tell me what happened. The track purchased your motor.
Well, they bought my motor for $600, and I'm all out of breath.
That's because you climbed up on top of the car. That's all it takes.
But the belly ain't mine, yes it does. They cleaned the motor, checked it. They checked everything right from the crank, right to the connector rods, the pistons, everything. Clutch, flywheel. They said everything is perfectly fine. So, I got a good friend of mine let me borrow a motor. Out of breath.
He's out of breath, he says. So you shouldn't have climbed up on top. Just get out of it next time.
I want to thank Scott Richter for letting me borrow his motor.
Well, certainly it was a busy week for you. A lot of stuff talked about on the internet as well. But win number 6 back here in Victory Lane. You've got the points lead as well. And even with a different engine in the race car, you're still right back here in Victory Lane.
I want to thank all the people that whined about it. I think this thing's faster.
All right, well, congratulations, Rick Donor, on getting win number 6. He gets his 6th victory. Chris Clark with a good... Bucko Branham, the point leader, by 7 over Robin Wood, by 21 over Jamie Begor coming into this one. Begor had problems in his qualifier. Let's see how they run. Here they come. Off turn number 4. 25 laps on the way. Green flag. Travis Bruno trying to lead lap 1. Ben Huff with a good run on the top of turn number 2. 3 wide for the lead into turn 3. Nick Haywood backed out of it. Travis Bruno on the inside. Ben Huff on the outside. Here comes Huff off the top of turn number 4. Down the front stretch, and he's got the lead at the stripe. Ben Huff leads lap 1. Travis Bruno on the inside, rather, not going away without that fight. Here comes Bruno back after him. They touch off turn number 2. They lean on each other down the backstretch into the third turn. Bruno's got the nose back into the top spot. Here comes the 29 of Huff again off the top of turn 4. At the stripe, it's Huff again by a foot. They slam each other into 1. They bump again into 2. There they go right up the racetrack. Huff goes around. Bruno goes to the top of the track, spinning the 29. Everybody tries to avoid Ben Huff, and everybody somehow does. Sportsman? Ready to run again. Nick Haywood, Sean Duquette. Here they come off 4. They're leaning on each other. Green flag. Duquette from the outside of the front row has the lead into turn number 2. There he goes. Contact over there in 2 as well. Whoa, get to the front and you start to lose your bearings a little bit as they're leaning on each other at the front. Sean Duquette, check it out. Duquette is the 4th place point man. He has not won yet this season. He's looking like he's in pretty good shape. He's got a big lead out front. His lead is 5 car lengths over Nick Haywood. Right behind Haywood is Bill Thwaites with a 69. Robin Wood in the 61, peeking down to the inside. 56 of Casey St. Clair headed back to the pits. I think he slapped the wall coming off of turn 4. Duquette, Haywood, battle for third. They race door to door, the 61. Robin Wood's on the inside. The 69 of Bill Thwaites is on the outside. They continue to run side by side for the 7th spot. Bucko Branham in the 20 and Jamie Begor in the 19. They've been like that now for a few laps, running side by side with each other. Problem on the backstretch, it's Kenny St. Germain with the 8. First time in a sportsman car for the former Renegade driver. St. Germain with the 8 in the infield, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Slowing the pace. 20th is the 8 for Kenny St. Germain. Green flag, back out. They give each other room into 1 and 2. Duquette on the inside, works the middle line. Haywood on top of the racetrack, trying to get a run into turn number 3, trying to hang with that 18. Here comes the 61, though. The 29 is going to have to deal with Robin Wood, and Robin Wood's going to take second away from him on the inside. Nick Haywood looking to get down to the inside of the racetrack. Bucko Branham's on the move with a 20. Branham trying to get a spot underneath the 44 of Tyler Terry, but he could not get there. Terry runs 5th. Branham runs 6th. 7th, Jimmy Bushy. Jamie Begor trying to get to the inside of Bushy's number 11 to get that spot away. Out front, it's Sean Duquette. Robin Woods running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Nick Haywood. He's working a middle to top line around the racetrack. The 69 of Billy Twait's trying to get underneath but can't get to the spot. The 44 of Tyler Terry also working high. The 20 of Bucko Branham running strong down on the inside. Here he comes for 5th. At the stripe, he's got it. Branham to 5th. 6th to Tyler Terry. 7th is Jamie Begor. Robin Wood running now a half car length off the back bumper of the 18 of Sean Duquette. These two guys could put up a pretty good fight for the lead. The 18 of Duquette looking for his first win. Robin Wood, 7 points behind Bucko Branham coming into the night. 3 wins on the season. If he could win tonight, he would tie Branham for 4 victories, pacing the division. 3rd is Nick Haywood. 4th is Bill Twaits. Branham is in the top 5. 6th is Tyler Terry. Continues to run that higher line around the track. 7th is Jamie Begor. Robin Wood sizing up the 18. Looks to the inside, but Duquette builds up momentum off the top of turn 2. He'll hang on to the spot. Driving now on the inside to the top off of 4. Down the front stretch. The lead is about 4 feet off the back bumper. Robin Wood can't quite get to the inside to make something happen. Just past the halfway point. Top 2 drivers running close off 4 as Duquette goes right up to the wall. Robin Wood looks to the inside, trying to get running room. Duquette, though, running strong off that 2nd turn. That's where he's hooked up. The 18 is fighting turn 4 and flying off turn 2. Robin Wood is hooked off 4. But not quite the same momentum off of 2 to quite get to Sean Duquette. A much better line that time for Duquette off the 4th turn. Bucko Branham looking for 3rd. Branham to the inside of the 29 of Nick Haywood, trying to get to the show spot. 4th is Haywood in the 29 now. 5th is Twaits. 6th is Terry. 7th is Begor. 10 laps to go for Sean Duquette. Can he hold off Robin Wood? Wood continues to run about a car length to a half off the back bumper. Jamie Begor with a good run off 2, trying to get to the inside of Tyler Terry, but Tyler Terry has his eyes set on the 69 of Bill Twaits, trying to get to his door on the outside. Good racing for about the, spots 5, 6, 7. Yellow flag is out, 2 cars spinning over in turn number 4. One was Jamie Atkins, the other was Mike Shagnon. Casey St. Clair. 20 cars running, 16 laps complete, 9 remain. This should be good. Sean Duquette, Robin Wood, row 1. Here they come, off 4, down the front stretch, green flag. Robin Wood works on the outside. Sean Duquette likes the outside. That's the line that he has preferred. That's the line that he has held to keep Robin Wood at bay. Here comes Robin Wood up towards his door on the outside. Car off the top of the racetrack. The 69 of Bill Twaits, yellow flag. Jamie Begor and Bill Twaits in the 69. And if you can watch 2 areas at the same time, keep an eye on the 69 as he is, I'm sure, none too pleased with the 19. Green flag. All right, here comes Robin Wood trying to get around the 18. as they're side by side coming into turn number 4. Here they come along the front stretch. Duquette is sideways. Bucko Branham's looking inside as well. Robin Wood to take the lead. Sean Duquette trying to hang on to second now as the 20 of Bucko Branham looking to the inside of the 18, but Duquette's got good speed down the backstretch into 3. Here comes Branham trying to fill that lane on the inside. They touch going into turn number 4. Here comes Branham through the inside. He'll get second. Robin Wood leads by 3 car lengths. Sean Duquette in the 18 trying to get back after the 20 car to get that second spot back. Off of turn number 4. Keep an eye on the battle for second. Duquette looking to the inside into turn number 1. Duquette is there on the inside. They run door to door off 2 down the backstretch for the second spot. Robin Wood checking out. But the battle is for second and 4th. Joe Roberts in the 50 on the inside. Here comes Duquette on the inside of Bucko Branham. At the stripe, it was Branham by inches. Duquette with a little bobble into 1. Gets a good run off 2, though. He's got the nose out there for that second spot. Sean Duquette having second right now. Into turns 3 and 4. Branham gets a good bite off the 4th turn. Down the front stretch to the stripe. And that time it looked like Duquette had the second spot by inches. Robin Wood is checking out. He's on his way to his 4th victory. But the battle for second between Sean Duquette and Bucko Branham continues. That time, again, it's Duquette by about a foot. Nick Haywood in the 29 continues to run in the 4th spot. A good view of the fight that's happening right in front of him. Joe Roberts is in the top 5, running in the 5th position with car 50. 2 laps to go for Robin Wood. $50 points for a win, 46 for second, 42 for third. If Branham finishes 3rd and Robin Wood goes on to the victory, Robin Wood would have a 1-point lead going into next week. Sean Duquette had second again at the stripe. If Bucko Branham can get to the 2nd spot, he'll hang on to the point lead. If he finishes 3rd, it'll be Robin Wood. Here comes Robin Wood off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. It's win number 4 for the Plattsburgh driver. Robin Wood wins it. The race for second out of the stripe. Sean Duquette is 2nd. Bucko Branham is 3rd. 4th to Nick Haywood. 5th, it looked like Tyler Terry on the outside. 6th to Joe Roberts. 7th to Rick Frenier in car number 77.
So unofficially, Robin Wood takes over the points lead by virtue of his victory tonight. In just a moment,
1-point lead. Big event next week for the Sportsman cars. They'll run 4 20-lap segments. Robin Wood's climbing out. Give a nice round of applause, everybody, as he gets 4th win of the racing season. Okay, Robin, congratulations on that 4th victory, and it looked like the car was good to go just about wherever you put it, but the bottom was especially fast for you, it seemed.
Actually, I think the car was a little bit better up top. The car was a little bit loose. I had a hard time getting underneath Sean on the bottom, and we got started on the outside and the restarts, and I got a pretty decent run on him and was able to get by him.
Well, I know the points aren't always of utmost concern for you, but this is a real good battle that's shaping up between you and Bucko. He finishes 3rd tonight, and unofficially, of course, it looks like even I can do the math that you're going to be back on top. Next week, there's a big event. 4 segments, 20 laps. What will strategy be going into an event like that?
It probably won't be any different than in any other night. It's still a 20-lap feature. Hopefully we can make it through all 4 of them, and that is probably going to be the biggest thing.
Well, congratulations on getting win number 4. Solid again, as always. Nice job.
Thank you.
That's Robin Wood, everybody. He gets his 4th victory of the year. Bucko ends
Row
up
1. The 22, the 23 start to pick it up as they come off turn 4. Green flag is out. Top 4 cars run side by side off turn 2 and up the backstretch. Whalen thinking about a 3-wide move as they head into turn 3. For now, he'll back off just a bit as April Bordeaux leads the field into turn 4. Collins coming right back on the inside. They'll remain side by side to the lap 1. 3 and 4 wide action down the front stretch. Up front, Chad Collins is your leader. Here comes Whalen on the outside of Bordeaux in the 23 to take the number 2 spot. Josh Laporte's on the move on the inside in the 45. He's moved into 5th. Right under the back bumper of the 36 of Bill Desatel. Still 3 wide off turn 4. The 22 and the 11 now side by side into 3. Collins outside, Whalen inside. We got a car spinning on the backstretch. That is the 8 car, but he stays running. Will stay green. Now it's Collins on the outside, and Whalen was on the bottom of the racetrack as they came off turn 2 that time. Mr. Cheez-It running 3rd. Josh Laporte in the 45, looking to the inside of the orange special. Now Whalen moves alongside the 22 of Collins. And they're going to ring side by side once again. 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th have been side by side for the last few laps. Josh Durvage has been closing in quickly. He started way at the back of this field. He has worked his way up to 5th. Curtis LaGrave is 6th. April Bordeaux 7th. Bill Joyle 8th. The Superstar is 9th. And Scott Richner has now worked his way into the top 10. Bombers are going to be halfway next time by, and your leader at that point, it's going to be the 11 of Mike Whalen trying to go back to back. Collins has been hung on the outside, runs 2nd. Laporte is 3rd. Desatel and Durvage right there, joining that battle for the number 3 spot. The 63 of Gadway is off the pace. He's headed to the infield. Josh Laporte now takes that number 2 spot in the 45 with Mr. Cheese at 3rd. Chad Collins back to 4th. But for how long? Here comes Josh Durvage on the inside in the 88. Durvage wants to take that 4th spot away. And in doing so, he'll drop Collins back another spot to 5th. Bill Joyle's right there. He may drop him back to 6th. LaGrave trying to move up on the outside of the racetrack. Mike Whalen has a 5-car length advantage with 5 to go. Car he may have to worry about, especially if a yellow comes out. The 88 of Durvage and the 57 of Joyle. Those cars are the fastest 2 on the racetrack right now. Three wide around the lap car of Nolan. Whalen is now checking out. It's now nearly a half a corner's advantage for the 11 of Mike Whalen. He's looking to make it back-to-back here in the Bombers. Josh Laporte has a 3-car length advantage on Josh Durvage for the number 2 spot. Here comes Joyle to the inside. 3 cars together for that number 3 spot on the inside. It's Bill Joyle to take 3rd. 2 to go. Durvage on the outside runs 4th. He's got Mr. Cheez-It right alongside. 24 of Wade Whitney headed back to the garage area. We're going to see the white flag this time. Mike Whalen leads the pack off turn 4 to the white flag. The battle continues for that number 2 spot. Joyle second, Laporte is third now, Duravage fourth. Here comes the field off turn 4, checkered flag in the air for Mike Whalen in the 11. He gets his second win. Joyle finishes second, Laporte third. Fourth spot will go to the 88 of Josh Duravage, and fifth to Mr. Cheez-It, Bill Desatel in the 30. So the Bombers take just 5 minutes and 53 seconds to complete their main event tonight. They have a green to checkers run. All right, get over there and do the interview that dog told you, Rob. Hurry up, let's go. Take it away.
All right, Rick. Mike
keep it on
Whalen
his
had
hat.
a win last week. It was a non-points race, and the points were on the line, and everybody was here tonight. So if anybody gave you a hard time and said, you know, not all the big dogs were there last week, now they can't tell you that. I'm sure it feels even better this week with everybody here.
Yeah, definitely. With a back-to-back win at least, you know. This week I got to thank my sponsors. Last week I didn't. Jason Durgan with JD Waste, High Voltage Sign and Designs, Bigor Supply, Hanson Starter Shop, and Big Apple Audio.
Did somebody actually give you a hard time for not thanking your sponsors?
A little bit of Jason Durgan's mom, mostly.
Oh, now look, you started near the front. That certainly helped. But what helps even more is having a fast race car.
It's not really the fastness part, it's the handling. And it's had that probably 3 weeks now, and just don't touch it.
And through your mind, right through the event, was no yellow flag because Bill Joyle, I don't know if you watched the scoreboard, but Bill Joyle was working his way up towards the front.
Well, about lap 10, I looked back and I seen him back there behind Laporte, and I'm like, oh man, here he comes. And I was like, oh, if we get a yellow flag, I don't got it. So I did, but.
Well, no yellow flag for you, and you get another victory. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Mike Whalen gets the win. This one is for all the points.